So it's probably about a year and a half ago that I did a review on the Impact tripod case. And that's worked pretty well for the past year and a half, except for the fact that now my back is almost damn near broken. Stay right there, you're gonna wanna see this. Hi, I'm Mike Turner, your friendly filmmaker, and today we're talking about packing your gear and what kind of bags should you use when you're a solo shooter and you're shooting events and you got to bring a whole lot of equipment with you. I mean, you got tripods, you got monopods, you got cameras, lenses, audio recorders, microphones. You know what I'm talking about, a whole lot of stuff. So like I said, a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less, I can't remember, I did a review on the Impact tripod case and it fit everything into that bag. I mean, I could fit everything. I could fit all my camera gear, all the things I just mentioned, and then some, you could fit in that bag. And I thought this is great because it has wheels. I could roll it to places. It looks professional. I really liked it. And a lot of the photographers that I work with when I'm shooting weddings, they like it too. Now, what doesn't like it is my back. My back is not feeling that bag because when you have to lift it up and you got to put it in your trunk, it's not really working very well. I have a Chevy Malibu. And let's pause for a second, because if this is your first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth time on this channel and you still haven't subscribed, I don't know why you haven't. So please go ahead and do that. I would greatly appreciate it. And it's 2017. And if you're familiar with that car, the trunk is kind of funny. It's kind of stretched out and it angles downward. And to get the case in there, obviously because it's a trunk and not an SUV or not a van, you got to lift it up kind of. I'm going to zoom out a little bit too so you guys get a feeling. Now you're going to see my ugly ass bookshelf over there. Just bear with me, I'm sorry. But usually I hide that so you don't see it. But so basically, here's the Impact bag right here. Here it is. And look, I'm lifting it up like this because there's nothing in it. But once you load this thing, I mean, you can watch the old video that I did on it. You can see all the type of stuff I'm putting in there. Once you load it to capacity, this thing can easily weigh like 60, 70 pounds. And when you're trying to put that in a trunk, it's already pretty big. You're trying to lift that in a trunk, it really, really hurts. You're doing this kind of thing, like it's a wavy C or something. You throw it in there and then all of a sudden, it's like, boom, back just twisted all to hell. And you're in a lot of pain and you just started your gig. You still got about 8 to 10 hours to shoot and your back is all screwed up. So that's happened to me before a couple of times with this bag. We'll do a full follow-up review on this in another episode because I faced some other problems with it as well and I want to show you how I fixed them. So I'll do that separately, but we're not going to discuss it now. But let's just get rid of this bag. So I thought to myself, all right, well, maybe I should go back to the way I used to do it. And instead of having one bag that holds everything that's super heavy, I can just go back to having multiple bags, like have a tripod case that I carry and then have like 1 or 2 more other smaller bags so that maybe I have to make multiple trips, but at least I'm saving my back when I'm having to pull the case out of my trunk and load it into the trunk. So this is what I came up with. I bought this Lowepro Fastpack, and this is the Fastpack BP 250 AW2. Got a real good deal on it Black Friday. It was only $50, so it was like half off. And as you can see, this is like a nice quality bag. You can obviously put it on your back here. I'm gonna zoom out so you can see me here. Put it on your back. It has a little, whatever the hell you call it, whatever. Got like a seat belt. I don't know what the hell it is. But you can put that on, and that actually helps because once you load this, it gets really, really heavy, and you need the support to keep some of that weight off of your shoulders. So this is actually very beneficial. The same thing with like the little chest strap up here. Again, it just keeps some of that weight off your back. So in my opinion, the Fastpack is a nice quality bag, But it has basically one compartment that holds your camera and some lenses, and then it has your little dividers that you can reconfigure with Velcro, which is nice. But it isn't that big, so you're not going to fit a ton of equipment in that compartment where you should really be storing your camera. Then it has like one bigger compartment along the top that you could just kind of throw whatever you want in there in a free fall. But what I don't like about that is if you put lenses in that wide open space, they're going to bump around. If you put a camera in there with some lenses or a camera in there with some audio equipment, like I said, it gets bumped around, and I don't really like that. And that's what I faced when I used it on one of my gigs. I just felt like everything was just kind of mushed in there, and I really didn't like that. However, if you're not packing a ton of gear in there and you wanted to actually travel somewhere and you wanted to put like clothes in that open compartment, maybe toiletries, that's where it works. So if you're traveling and this is like your carry-on and that's all you're bringing with you, now you have something that allows you to pack your camera gear, limited camera gear, but you can pack camera gear in there nicely and, section it off. And then you also can put clothes, toiletries, and other things in it. And I think that's what it's really designed for. And then of course you have like the compartment where I think you could fit up to a 15-inch laptop in the back. And that works well too. You can also just put other things in the back as well. And then on the side, it has a little strap where you can put like a little monopod or a small tripod on the side. So it is a decent bag, but I felt like for me and for what I'm using it for, because I'm not really using it to travel, I'm just using it to pack a lot of gear in when I'm going to weddings, I thought maybe I could do a little bit better. And I came across this. This is the Amazon Basics, and I think it's the large camera bag. I don't know if that's the official name they give to it on Amazon, but you can check the links below, and I'll put the exact link to this bag. Now, this one's interesting because when you open this one, the entire compartment is configured for your camera and for your gear. It's just one giant compartment. And I think for me, that works better because now I can fit more cameras, more lenses, and I still have all those dividers to keep everything neat and sorted. And then there's also a front pocket where you can stick other stuff in there. You can, stick filters and a bag of chips I had in there and, things like that. Cables, you can put cables in the front. And then in the back, there's still space for a 15-inch laptop. So I'm a little bit of an odd duck because I'm not just packing like two mirrorless cameras in there, two small mirrorless cameras. I'm packing a small mirrorless camera and also like a cinema camera, a bigger video camera in there. And that's where it was very hard doing that with the Lowepro. I made it work, but it was hard. So to me, the configuration of this bag works a little bit better for me than the Lowepro. And it's way cheaper because this one I think was only, I want to say brand new was, what was it, $40? And I could be wrong. I'll put the exact price somewhere so you can see it. But I think it was either $40 or $50. So it's very, very inexpensive compared to the Lowepro at full price. And they're about the same size. So it just seems to me that the layout is better with the Amazon bag if you're not using it for traveling and you just want to maximize the amount of gear you can put into it and have it safely sit in there without bumping into other things. To me, the Amazon is a better choice. I feel like this bag works well. And then also to save my back, obviously doesn't hold as much items as the impact case used to hold. But basically I'm carrying this bag. I'm carrying the old tripod bag that I was using in the first impact video that I created. You can check that out. I'm still using that, and then I have this. This I don't even know what it's called. I think it's Pear Stone. Yeah, it's a Pear Stone bag. But I'm using this bag here. So the combination of the Amazon bag, the Pear Stone bag, and a tripod bag pretty much allows me to carry everything I need. And what I'm also looking for, and maybe one of you can help me out with this, is I want to get like a little L truck, a little hand truck that I can put this stuff on, so that if I do have to go a distance with my gear, I don't have to make multiple trips to my car. I could just strap it into a little hand truck and just wheel it to my destination. So it has to be something that collapses nicely that can fit in a trunk. So if you guys have anything that you use that works well, just put it in the comments below, let me know. I'm very interested to hear what you guys use when you're going to shoots. If you do weddings, if you do live events and you have to carry a lot of stuff by yourself and you're shooting solo, what do you use? What do you like to use? I'd be interested to know. Maybe something that I can buy and use for myself. But anyway, listen, if you found that to be helpful, please go ahead and like the video, share it with anybody else you know that may find it helpful. And of course, as always, I'm Mike Turner. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon.